feet. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the James Madison Dukes offense will go on the attack first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against candidly an overmatched opponent, but hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup, but this game's not played on paper, right?
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sluka. Spits it out to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Works the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The Dukes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. So Louisville's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Off-play action on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Moss. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of running room. He's at the touchdown, Louisville. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. and the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
The Dukes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll give it to the back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got room to work. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Sluka. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And the Dukes will punt this one away. They'll look to pin them deep. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Moss. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Cardinals send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. First play of the drive wants to throw. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Picks up the 1st down. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll give it to him again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Takes the easy completion. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on 4th down? It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Well, jet sweep pass. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Sluka. Flips it out in the flat. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it right. Touchdown, James Madison! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On target to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Makes the grab. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Cardinals, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
The Dukes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got a man. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Quickly complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He'll go to the sneak.
That's good for a Cardinals.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Connection to the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Mayava. Now with the Ville, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense a season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
The Cardinals are threatening on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Moss. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got his man in the middle. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Escapes the sack. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
To the air, it's Sluka. Hauls it in. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Sluka. Makes the grab. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it.
Touchdown, Dukes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Here comes the two-point try. He's looking to throw. He's got him in the flat. Couldn't make his way in. The two-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll leave it with him. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
downfield. Flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown Cardinals. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Back to pass, it's Moss. Sets up the screen. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the fourth. They hope to push this edge out to a field goal. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Hauls it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Moss. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give as they work on that clock. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
The inside handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.